Okay, I'm live. Just give me a minute. I gotta take my seat. Gotta take my seat down, sit down, get this out of the door. Okay, sitting down over here. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, I hope I can stay on track. I want to be the right size. I want to see. I need to feel myself. Don't forget. You need to feel it. You need to have that feeling, you know? The mystery of life. Too many questions. Too many questions. Never satisfied unless we know the truth. And when there's so much havoc and so untruth going on, we question things a little bit differently for some of us. And others, we just say, well, I always knew. Sometimes it's better off not to say anything when you already know the result of repeating and repeating and repeating, and forget it. The only way for someone to learn is to live it. And once you live it and you know it, sometimes you go back. Alcoholics Anonymous, Gamblers Anonymous, the addictions, as that brings you back. It's almost like a spring. The addictions are almost like a spring. Yo! You know what yo is, eh? That's the 25th and the 15th letter. Earth and Mars. And now I'm going to show you some values of 25 and 15. And it's so freaking interesting for me. I wish I can sit down with somebody else and we're all going, yeah, it's so interesting. It hits me right here. But we haven't tied the loop of its creation, of its understanding, other than let's just understand that we know something so intimate in numbers together. We have to just, and stick with me because you are my power. Here is, I think I'm going to put that stand back, stand that I always fight with. Okay. And stand it on the page. And let's go. Let's go with one size. Okay. Now to recreate something. Wow, I don't know where it is. I want it. Here. I want this. In order, you see how close these are, right? Well, these aren't that close. And there's a little gap. Okay. Now I want to show you, present to you. I want to show you what I see, but it doesn't mean anything. And that doesn't mean I know anything. If I tell you what I see, I don't know nothing. Okay. Yeah, that finger is, that's a black and blue mark, by the way. It's not dirt. I can't get that off. So this, because when I create the 6, and I show you that, look at the so little distance in here. How can I make that? This looks equal. This is not equal. Something's going on. I have to make this larger. I have to make this larger. So I'm going to have to go this, okay, this, and this. But yet, for me, that gap is still too small. Although I'm going to finish it, and when I do finish it, I'll have to put the 1 over here. And then we're going to put, you see the 1 space over here? I can't put 1 space over there. That's no good. That's not good. That's not right to put 1 space. Because you know what happens if I only put 1 space? Oh, I don't want to come down close to this design. But if I only put 1 space here, what's going to happen is I'm going to have 2, 4, 6. I'm going to have 8 high. And I'm going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 wide. I'm going to have 8 by 8. This will be my Zion Israel, this size. This is 5 by 5, 25. Here's a 5 by 5, 25. And here's the countdown of the 25. 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Minus and plus, 35 and 15, Electric Company and Mars. Minus and plus, 20 and 30. Now, I'm always confused in this because this is the God, okay, and the orphan. This is the God and number 3 and number 7. This is the God because of the B world. This becomes a B. This will turn into number 2, and this will turn into number 8, only because of the 0 value. And then this one will turn into number 9, and this one will turn into number 4. Green, go. You got the green light to go. In the spirit of 76 and the church. And this is part of what the video is all about, 1776, and it stems from here. And by the way, DC stems from 17, as well does Earth. 17 plus 17 equals 34, letters C and D. 17 and 17, 7 and 7 together is Christ, equals to 1 and 4, and that's power in the sun. And 1 and 1 is 2, so you'll create 2 and 5, and that will be Earth. Now, there's a lot of other words we can use. I just keep using the same ones. Should I take my time? Can you deliver me other words that are either 52 and 25? And you can also call this Q. Okay, it's Q and it's Y. The 5 by 5, okay, shows a separation of 3. The 8 by 8 shows a 2, 4, 6, 8 separation. I'm just trying to see where we made the biggest difference, other than here it's 1 by 1 areas. These are 2 by 2, and this is 1 by 1. See, 1 by 1 stays the 1. It's not 1 and 1. It's not 2 and 2. Just trying to just break down. So what is the value of 1? What is the value of 1? Can I actually design it as the minimum size and look at it as that? And look at the fine line. Let me see, do I need a little light? And look at the fine line on the blue, okay, that, whoop, hold on a second. That creates the separation. You do notice there's a bridge growing over here. This, by the way, is number 1 and 7 for the beginning of what is 1776. What does it build? Does it build an extending bridge? Is it the ID or ID? You can see the I and D. Is it number 41 that comes together? This world was repeated over and over and over. To save space, we use things differently. Just like the number 7 has a numeric value in English of number 65, which is the same thing that replicates number 3, which is 56, and the student, which is number 65. I don't know why because I call it the student because they go yo 11. This is in the game of craps. They play this in the casino. They use 2 dice, and there's all kinds of betting schemes. In every single scheme, there is an equation. In every equation, there is a reality, and the reality sits on these 2 dice. This to you is number 11. As well, it can be DC. DC holding hostage to the student of Mercury. Lassoed. Why? There's 3 missing objects over here, and there's 4 missing over here. And they even interrelate, I can't even say it, with the energy. One of the reasons for that is because the actual number of this one, this is a true 7, only because the dot on the other side, which has a value, an actual value inside the 5, as 1 part of 4 areas. 1 part. So this one is what? What is the value of this one? It depends on how you want to create your illusion. Where is your illusion? Welcome to the grand illusion. Come on in and see what's happening. You know, get a ticket for the ride. The ticket is in your mind, because wherever you go, the illusion is always in your mind. How do you get elevated in your mind? Is it the drug that elevates you, or gives you the capabilities of releasing from one world and entering into the true reality and being able to see whether it was the blue pill or the red pill? Because of what you don't know, everything looks silly. But when things come together and the trueness of this single dice begins to tell you, I go up and I go down at the same time. I like to call this the cube of 1/4. Each one of these has a value of 1/4. I'm not going to put them all in the center. I'm going to put them all at the end. I put them at the end because they are a part of other cells. One cell does not live alone. You need a lot of cells to come together to live. So they go next to each other and they work, and forever side they turn on, they're always moving information as they twist and they turn around each other, plus all the other stuff that's inside your cells. Yeah, little wormies. I don't draw things. I just point them out the way they served it back to us. The service of the cube inside our bodies, how the differential and the transmission, how your heart pumps, how we keep our mind cool. Radiators and differentials articulate with me. So we are going to go on to say that if I use this one over here, okay, or if I used, hold on a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or I did this, and I said this is the value of the cube. When you look at it, they would have to be a little bit more inside. Therefore, this would have to be larger, or this is really what you're using. You're only using the corners in the size of this cube. So if you're only using the corners, use this 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. This is my equation, and 13 is for the bar mitzvah. Okay, and this is the true equation because that's the way the dice cube is designed. Now the question is, what does it mean true? It's my truth. It's the design that I'm talking about, the truth in this design. So I would say each one is number 13, and this one will create the spirit in the church, will create DC, it'll create the moon, the numeric value going into the moon spirit on a small level, and that's all from DC. Hold on a second. I wanted to explain something. Yes, number 17. 3 times 17. I jump around because there's a lot of things going on. 3 times 17 equals to 51. 17 and 17 equals to 25. You might say 17 and 17 equals to 34. But when you calculate to a single digit, 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5, 1 and 1 is 2. So we get Earth inverse because the Pythagorean count for Earth is 25. But the same mathematics come together to create Q, or let's say HK, the 11th letter and the 8th letter. That's the way I want to do it. And this becomes 2 and 8, part of the cycle. This becomes 11, and this becomes 0, 8. 1 and 1 is 2, becomes 2 and 8. So it runs the cycle. Because I'm adding, I'm using the diamonds. And I use another diamond. And I'll use one more diamond. Now, whoop, right. Now, when I did these 3 diamonds, can I do a diamond in between that diamond? You're going to start to see stripes, and then cubes will appear as you create this connection. And then if you look, it looks like it's going down, 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 and then down to the bottom over here. So we talked about what is the value of 1, and I just like to say 1 is all of the value of each corner, making the value of this cube 4 equals 1. 4 equals 1. When you're measuring, all you need is these 3 points when you're measuring. You can also measure using this over here and then use some multiplication math to create the rest of that. So that's going to tell you a story. This is also telling you the story that in this one, it's 3, 3, and 3 with the delta angle. See this 3, the 3 O's over here, and then the let me see, and then the right, and then this. That's what it looks like. 1, 2, zap, and then zap. And that's the design. Now, have we ever seen this design before? I'm not sure. So it would be 1 and 4 would be telling you one story. The 8 void and the 5 void. 1 and 4 would be 8, 5 void. This would be dot. And then the opposite of that would be the 6, 3 dot and the 3 and 33 void. And I say 33 void because it's on each side, the 3. So let's forget about this for now. I went too far into the video where I wanted to speak about captivity, freedom. Okay, we're going to go into these 2 words, and then we're going to get into 1776. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yo, Christ, Robin, cool legislation. Clearly nowhere near you, Robin. I'm lost. Takes time. Listen to your gut. Okay. See, if I'm 1 and 1, I can explain exactly what I'm doing. All I did in this picture over here, if you don't understand this picture over here, okay, is I drew the number 17. That's it. Drew the number 17. If you were a builder, right? You're builder, you're Jesus the builder, and Jesus goes, I don't know math too good. But if I go straight down this way and cut it on a 45-degree angle, although we had that thing to read the sun he could have used, come down here on the 45-degree angle. This 45-degree angle splits 2 sides. 45-degree angle splits 2 sides. The 90-degree angle I cannot do. I cannot do the 90-degree because I have to cut it in the center, and it's not precise enough for me to measure. So the only way for me to cut the sides, I have to turn this cube this way now. Now I can cut across the sides. And I also need measurement, okay, from the center, this one, to know the distance, okay, from both sides. So if I would spin this around, even though it's shorter on one side, once you spin this around, okay, you see what I just outlined, the dice cube, right? It almost looks like 4, 5, and 6, the valley, Roman numerals, army stripes, right? So you take that out. Now, if I turn it this way, right, you see the way I just went over these 2 lines over here? See, here's my original thing, right here, right? Would you agree? Is that the original marking? Here's a line here, and here's a line here, and I just push it back over here. But now, okay, we're going to put it on this straight line over here. I'm going to take it, see the V point over here? I'm going to put it straight on that line. So now it's, I don't know if you can see this. See the way it's inside the area there? And then it's right on the edge there. So I can just move it over. Whoop. And there would be, hold on a second. The light is casting a shadow. Anyways, you see it on that side, there's area space. So now I've divided. Now, if I kept it to more one side than the other side, if there was a little hole inside, it would be dripping to one side. We need to tilt. We need to tilt. It's all basic. It's just designs. That's all it is. What size does and why does size matter? The distance between here and here with number 3. Look at the great distance, the separation. Okay, there's 3 of them. Look at that separation. But now when you come to number 6, look at that. Look at the difference between, there's 3 of them, but look at the separation distance, right? That's going to tell me when I design on this square paper, I'm going to be able to figure out very close how much of a distance there is without, and I got to keep it square, right? Here's all the, look at all the information, man. Look at this information. This is crazy. And what's so precise about why a cube had to be done this way? It didn't. You can make it other ways. We can check out other equations. We can, you know, if I changed the 1 and 6, I would have to, let's say I changed the 1 and 2 and I put the 2 here and I got 2 and 6, right? Then I'd have to put the 1 here and that would be 1 and 5. So that would be Mars God. So I'm going to take the 3 away from here and I'm going to put it here. So I would end up with 3 and 6, okay? 3 and 6, creation of 6, right? In the B world, 1 and 2. And then 1 would go over here and that would be 1 and 4, and that'd be creation, birth, and the sun. So let me show you mathematics. You got a pen out? 1 plus 1. Somebody got a pen? Somebody got a pen? I don't want to write it anymore. I'm just going to do it here. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. Now we're going to go, every side has 8. You can see there's 6 here that are not here, and I turned them around. The 2 are over there. But there's really never more than 6. 6 is the highest number. Even Gematria shows you 6 is the highest number. The only reason 7 comes to a point is because it comes to a point with the only with the only see-through. How can you do this? With the only see-through, see there's a dot increasing it to 7. There's a real 5. Look at that. There's a 5. There's a 5. There's a 5. You see, so we got 5s all over the place, right? So you see how everything changed. But this one, hold on a second. You got 7 in this one. So there's a story. So now we're going to do the second part of this story. There's supposed to be 9. So what's missing? 8. 8 and 8 equals 16, right? 1 plus 6 equals 7, right? 16 was your first number. 1 and 6 is your first number. Now you have to add 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals to 24. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. Now you're going to get 8 and 8 and 8 and 8. Well, I'm too full. I don't want to eat no more. It's 24, right? Did I get that one? No, it's 32. It's 32. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So over here we went plus 1, and over here we went minus 1, minus 1. So that's what's happening. They're exactly equal. They're doing the same thing, and that's why they're the opposite of each other, and they follow each other. How about number 2? There's 7 missing. 7 plus 7 equals to 14. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Plus 2 equals to 6. Here, plus 7 equals to 12. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So what actually happened? We started with 7. We reduced to 5. We went over to 3. It was minus 2 and minus 2. And over here with 2, we went 2 and 2 and 2. We were going up by 2. So 7 and 2 fit together. And it's the same thing for the rest of these numbers. Whoop. Now, I haven't done 1776 completely. I am getting a little thirsty. I would like to take a 1-minute break. Yes, 5 alive, but that's a really funny word. 5 alive. The answer is always yes and no. Choo-choo. 90 degrees. 90-degree angle. What if we read, yes, 90-degree angle, perpendicular. Hold on a second. I'm making rice on the stove, so I think it's ready. I 90 degrees. 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 90 degrees supposed to be that chewy? Just give me 1 second. I'm a tad bit hungry. I'm a tad bit hungry. Just give me a second. I'll be back in 1 minute. Give me 1 more minute. Would you call this drawing? What would you call this? And this is an obligation. And I learned this from, I mean, I don't call this drawing. I really cheat. This comes off the roulette wheel because of how they connected their numbers together by color code. So now we can possibly have the, see, we started with 17, but look what happened to my 17. Should I have connected this one to this one, or just left it the way it is? It's almost like there's buildings and buildings. It's almost looking like a castle. I'm not sure which way. Should I have connected these two together? Can I get out? Can I go a little bit deeper? Can I go? What if I went this way now? What if I went? I don't know. What if I went this way? What if I went this way? What would happen next? What would happen? What would happen next? Well, I'm just trying to figure out what would be next. So would it be this way? Or would it be another like that? And then we'd cross here. We'd cross here. I'm just trying to see how this would go. And this one is in the way. And I would go up to here, and then like that, and then what would I be doing the whole way like that? If I did the whole way like that, that would go up to here, that would go up to here, and I'd probably come down and do that, and then that. I'm just trying to get it like that, and then this one would come to here, and we do the whole thing like that. And Let me get rid of this one too. And it's not perfect because I can't see my squares, but it would basically look something like that. And that's automatic. That's what the number 17 shows me. I mean, maybe we can do it a little bit different. I'm not sure what these are going to be if I turn them. They look like the letter N a little bit, the way it goes down and over and up. I'm not sure what that illusion is. Not sure what the illusion is. I think it just looks better just like that. Okay, now I really came on here to talk about freedom, but I also wanted to explain what I do to words sometimes. But this is a little bit further on. Woodme Highway 71 North, 71 North. Pretty cool, nice. No way. You're passing 1776 exit at mile marker 111? No way. No way. That's too crazy. That's too crazy. Wow. 1776 divided by 6 equals 296. Birth in rotation. 1776 divided by 8 equals 222. Just write that down. Oh, anyways, let me write it down. 1776 divided by 8 is 222. 1776 divided by 6 is 296. 296 minus 222 is 74. And that is Jesus time cross. It's actually Jesus time on the cross. And one of the reasons for that, never have enough space. One of the reasons for me saying that is because 3 times 74 equals 222. That is pi. When you go pi, the word on comes in. This is where birth in the sun comes in. This is a split birth. TH is for time heaven. It only begins when the primary creation is duplicated. A, B, C, D. Once you do A, B, C, you go A, B, C, D. But here we went A, B, C, D. Once you do that, J is created. J is created. We're going to make it a little bit different. And we're going to create J. That's J created through here because of the fourth corner. But it's all hypothetical. And the reason for that is because the addition of A, B, C, D equals to 10. The multiplication of A, B, C, D equals to 24. And this equals to 34 and 14, which equals to 48 and 20. Now, this might mean nothing to you, but to me, it's telling me a story. In the story, it creates the red and the blue. It creates the hot and the cold. It creates 2 worlds of X. One is the 10X, and the other is the 24th letter. Okay, so there's all kinds of things that are created, fabricated from what goes on in and what and where we can find these numbers. And it's just the equation that how do we create these numbers, A, B, C, D. They're reflectively created by 6 times 4, 6 plus 4, equaling to 24, equaling to 10. These same numbers. This is and remember where we found 0. And if the dice cube is telling a story in its own and it's just not opposites because it's opposites, right? See, when I said the opposite of 1, right, and the 8 void, I was moving by 1. When I do it with the 6 and 3, all we're doing is 3, 6, 9 with this one over here. Everything moves by 3 with this one. Everything moves by 3. 6 and 6 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Plus 6 equals to 9. Plus 6 equals to 15. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. Sorry, it moves in rotation of 3, 6, 3, 6. Moves in rotation. The opposite of the 3, 6 rotation is the even 1, 1 rotation. So the 1, 1 rotation gets a 3, 6 rotation. Do you follow what I'm saying? Just how adding it up. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. The void 3 area moves only by 3. It'll become 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. The void will be 3, 6, 9. And the energy to that void is number 1. The power to the void is the 3 missing dots. I'm not going to use their full value because the full value of these 3 missing dots are either 2, 5, and 8 equaling to 15, or it's 4, 5, and 6 equaling to 15. They gave us all the tools. We have all the tools. What do you want me to do? It's the numbers are right here. The dots are right here. Just replace them. This is children. We are the children of God. We have to look at it the easy way. Highway 67 North, coming off the church, driving past 1776. Numbers follow you. 70 east, going out to God's country. 70 east. So hold on, 70 east. So you're Kansas. Wait, I thought 70 went south. No, that's 35, right? 70 goes east. Okay, Missouri, 70, right? Okay, yes. And I think it goes through Kansas also. But doesn't it stop the 70? I think, anyways, now it's bugging me. I thought the 70 stopped. I'm going to go look for it. Highway 70, please. USA Interstate. Okay, we got maps. We're going to take a look, see if we can find Michelle on Highway 70 here. Got out my webcam. I've got the Tesla satellites in the sky. And Highway 70. Oh, look at it go. Let me see. Highway 70. Let's see if we're still, that's Kansas. That's far. Mile marker. Let me see. Can I get a road vision? Let me see. Let me see if I can get a road vision over here and put myself right up over here. Oh my God, I'm in a farmer's field. Look where I ended up. I'm in a farmer's field. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, I haven't been out of the house in 2 days. This is, oh my God, look, real people. Look, the farmer's life. What happened to the family farm? What happened? Does somebody want to tell me what happened to the family farm? Whoops, something happened here. Hold on a second. Does somebody want to tell me what happened to the family farm? Yes, I'm going to still go back to 1776 and we're going to build on it. The family farm got taken over by big corporations. Big corporations. Did you know that apparently, according to Google, okay, and maybe I'm going to check it out on Google. Hey, Google. How much feed do the livestock eat in the United States? How many people can it feed? Let's see. U.S. can feed 800 million people with grain that livestock eat. U.S. can feed 800 million people with the grain that livestock eat. Cornell ecologist advises animal science. And we do know that if they left it on here and it's one of the top stories, you know it's got to be real if it's been there for 20 years. You tell me who created all the greatest things in the world that are destroying plastic. Didn't we know that in 20 and 30 years what was going to happen? Did we not think? Of course we did. We sent a man to the moon. Did you not know? And how did we end up doing all this? Because it was all about sales, advertising. All about advertising and the media and putting it into your head. While many scientists were out there and conspiracy theorists that says plastic is no good, but only had 10 views on his video. So what good is somebody with 10 views? Let's listen to the sponsored, paid for media. Sponsored and paid for. Sponsored and paid for. Sponsored and... I want to ask you a question. When you look online and it says sponsored, you know it's paid for. You know it's advertising. You skip over it. Yet when it comes to sports, when it comes to items that we buy for reasons other than, oh my God, it tastes so good, but I can't believe the ingredients, because the ingredients really don't matter because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to live 100 years. But you care for your children and the frontline workers. Pay me up front. Pay me up front. The frontline worker. You don't care about you, but it's not you. You had a child. The child you had. One of us had children. Somebody had a child in this world. Let me restore the defaults. I don't like the color intensity. I want to fix that color in contrast. Okay. I think I like it like this. It's got to be something like this. I'm not actually in your world. For entertainment purposes only. It's not me, it's the character. So let me get back to where we were. Home sweet home. 878. 17. Home sweet home is irrelevant. 17. I am going to use the capital letters at the beginning of each word. What is the easiest way to transmit a message? The first letter, the last letter, the two letters in between, connect the two letters in between. If it's a 4-letter word and just use, for home, just use O and M. There's many methods you can create. So I create and use them all. But if I'm going to use them all, I want to use only a smidgen in each situation and go through the whole context of that situation to understand it through this method, through this situation. You know, we always have math. Yes, through this problem. We always in school when we have a math problem. We have a math problem and we have a math situation. Understanding everything, every word that's spoken, everything we see. It's just a story that was broken off and reused for another sign, like the yield sign or the stop sign. The stop sign is created in 8 and representing 5. Because when you hold up your hand to stop something, you're holding up 5. And you know what's funny about the thumb and number 1, right? And then the 4 fingers. And in fact, I think it's 2 hands. I think to make these 4 here, I don't think it's your 4 fingers. It's your 4 fingers. Your 4 fingers, you come together. So if your 4 fingers come together to do this, let me see, 1, 2, 3. I can't get this finger in to touch this dice. I can get these fingers in. Let me see what I have to do. Yeah, I can't get the pinky in. My pinky, in order to touch all the 4 dots, right? I can't use the pinky. Or let me see, I'm going to use the pinky, and I'm not using this one, but it's pretty tough to do that. But the easiest way to do it is these here, without using the pinky. And if I do it on both sides, what's happening? See, the other side, I'd have to only put 3. I'd put 3, but my hand would be on an angle because my fingers aren't as long as each other. Anyways, throw that out the door. Home sweet home, family farms. Are we eating too much livestock when livestock can feed 800 million people? Plus the green gases that we don't need. We are exceeding the limit. We are what they call in the drinking world addicted to not doing the right thing and doing only by desire. So we're going to get back to 1776. And the reason I use the 6 and the 8, I don't use the 6 and the 8 for just no reason at all. When I guess this over here, the 6 and the 8 is a gematria scale. 1, 2. Where am I writing? You can't even see. Oh my God! Can you see my shadow? Maybe I can write up here. Let me turn this. Let me fix it over here. Hold on a second. Wow, there's too much shadow. I can't do that. How do I get rid of that shadow? Do I get rid of the light? No. Something else. Hold on a second. Let me fix this. Oh, yeah. I am the big professional, right? Not too much shadow. Trying to fix this shadow here. Oh, let's do this. Let me see. Still too much shadow. How about this way? Let me see. Whoa, and why am I having so much trouble with the light all of a sudden? From nowhere. From nowhere, I got shadows. Help. I mean, I practically don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't. Oh, yes. 8 and 6. 8 and 6 in gematria. Here it goes. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then 2, and then 1. Okay. 6, 5, 4. What happens? 8, 7. Sorry. Whoop. 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 1, 13. What I did here, okay, is on this side, A, B, C, D stays the same. And in most numeric number schemes, okay, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stays the same in Chaldean, and it stays the same in gematria as it does in our alphabet. But on this side, it becomes the 9. So your 5 is now your birth. And if you look at the deck of cards, the position of the 5 and 9, and I'm just doing this real quick. Okay, there's your 5, and the only difference is this over here, more or less adding this section over here. So the 5 is inside the 9. What happens is this is how gematria is designed. This is the number setup for the letters. So 6 and 8 are just 6 and 6 opposite of each other. 66. This is where your 66, 19, 55, and all these numbers start to come in because of what 66 does. 66 was Route 66, and it passed through all the cities. It was exchanged for Interstate 80, okay, and this one was a bypass and had exits and entries. Was it entries? On-ramps, entries? They both can have bridges. What happens over here where 8 and 6, okay, is also the same revelation of what happens here. See, if I show you 6, at the same time, I'm going to show you 8. So your 1 and 5, 6, your Mars, is a reflective of 2 and 6. Let's say the dog. Your 3 and 3, 6, 3 and 3 Mass, or Sam, is the difference to 4 and 4. 4 and 4 space. Space, beta create. The day, the night, and the pH. Reason for this is mathematics. Number 22. What happens after blackjack? Number 22 for life. 25 years to life, an Earth number. The next one is now we have a 6, an 8, a 6, and 8. The next one we're going to go is the 2 and the 4, and that's your 6. So you got 2, 4, 6, and that's your cat house. Your cat house planet, let's say. And in planet is 10. The LAN 10. The P is standing for your cube, like parking 16. Your LAN, your internet reception, and then your 10 or tenet. If you want to go to Rota Sato, we're going to look up a different system that talks about the word tenant. And we're not going to get into that. 24 comes also a relationship to 10, but we're not going to get into that. So the reverse of 2 and 4 is now going to be 5 and 3. And this is 11 craps. Electric company. The light and waterworks. Enlighten your mind. Brighten up, my son. So what I do is nothing from my creation. I'm just making and showing you the situations that are real. Because I just showed you maybe 2 and 4, but what does 2 and 4 do? Well, 2 goes up by 2, 4 goes up by 4. When does 4 meet 2? Well, 2 times 2 equals to 4. 2 plus 2 equals to 4. So 2 is pretty favorable with 4. The difference with 2, they have 7 void. The difference with 4 has 5 void. The flip side version is the 5-4 void in the sun, and the 3-6 void is the creation, the divided creation. And this is where the pigs come in. The pig's pregnancy, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. Okay, let me look back. Listen to the song by Pitbull that the other man, Blake Shelton video, Ready to Ride. Okay, I'm going to look at that too after. Hold on. The media tells the truth even when they lie, which keeps you on the path in zone 111. Okay, so I didn't do everything I wanted to do in 1776, but I want to get a little involved. 111. 16, 17, 18 equals 51 Mars. 19, 20, 21 is the orange diamond. The orange diamond. So what state, what baseball? Florida. Would it be Florida? The orange diamond. Would it be in Florida? Orange being in Florida. Diamond meaning baseball. What's going to happen at the orange diamond? That's my question. And the reason I mention it is because the center of the 111 is 51, average for the line of 16 through 19, 37, 37, 37, and the reverse is 666. And what they tell you about the reverse 666, it's the birth, the vibration angle. It's also the birth angle. It is also the 2 entry points. And I always look at the 2 entry points as Mars, 2 moons and 1 moon. The heart orange. You know what's funny? Did I do this piece yesterday? Okay, no, I want to get over, just do one more piece here. I'm going to do this one more piece. What I did over here, this was earlier on when I was going to cube size for getting separation, right? This is primary separation. This is no separation. This is where I base my cube on because of 9 areas. Because of 9 areas, okay? But in reality, you're supposed to basically look at the cube as this with 4 areas. But if there was 4 areas here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 areas. Each area, part of this dot takes up part of the center. Part of this dot takes up the center. Part of this dot takes the center. Part of this dot takes the center. And this dot in the center here takes up both above and below. So 4 gets number 1 and 7. And 6 gets number 3 and 9. So if we were looking at it, first we have to make size. First we're going to go and make size. And this is our cube. And now we're going to use only these corners for the number 4. Okay, but we need to understand how to get this occupied. So this is now going to be occupied this way and this way. 11, 11. So you see the divide, what happened in the divide. So now, how would we re-numeric this? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There would be a total of 16 areas. In which, how would we connect these areas? First, we'd corner them in and we play 6 and 7 and 10 and 11 only. That's all we would be playing. So it'd be 16 and 18. It'd be 13 and 21. Male, female, spirit, angel resident. And all that just by creating numbers in boxes. I've got a brand new flying kite. I'm going to fly my kite. Okay, so I'm not sure that anybody follow with what just went on. And this one becomes, when this is finished, it becomes 4 and 3, and we're back to DC again. We repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat DC all the time. That is a split house planet. DC also represents, because of the numbers, red, blue. Blue is cold, ice cold. Red is hot, red hot. Together, cold and hot, as in colors, mixes to purple. Purple is number 88. When you add blue 40 to red 27, it creates the number 6 and 7. 6 times 7, 6 plus 7 equals to 42, and 13 equals to 55. That is the freedom. The exit doors on both sides of the cube The cube is on the roulette board. It is installed in the color formation. I have it designed on my floor. I can show it to you once again as I did. Not sure if you'll be able to see this, but they're right over here. You see this? Down there is one way to do it. Over here, this cube right over here, 111. That's what it is. Here's another way to design this. You can see the tulips, tiptoe through the tulips. You got to go all the way through. Here's the passage to the other side. Here's another way to design it. There's all kinds of ways to design. This is the betting pattern for roulette. Same with down there. Same thing. That, okay. I'm not sure if it's that design there. I have binary code. I don't know. Whoop, my light just fell. I have binary code over there. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, I better go back. My light just fell on the floor. My brand new light that I bought 10 years ago or got out. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Getting back to the desk. By the way, I don't know if you can see that design. I'm happy that it's loose, but I don't really show it off that much. This design over here, Union Jack. If you see it properly, they're holding a Kimmel bread as a prize. That's a prize. You got to figure out why they're holding a Kimmel bread. Because Kimmel bread is shaped like the eye, right? Kimmel bread shaped like the eye. So, oh yeah, my nose is better than. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's just. I know it looks ugly, but I burnt myself. So definitely need 55. That is the Freedom 55. No one can slow anything down. By learning, you only speed everything up. Because when someone learns something, it's a burden off my chest. It's a burden off my chest when others can share the same and have the same vision and understanding, irrelevant to you building a puzzle and taking apart, just knowing the truth and letting it speak over time. Once we have some kind of computer set up that we can fill all this information in, and just when somebody talks, we can just check off this is who I am, and the words they choose, you put it in, the system formation comes out with 25 different stories. It breaks down the average of each story, and then you can tell about the past. And if you can tell the past, you have a partial roadway towards the future. So we did this over here. This is 21. 10 and 11 are big time numbers. Big time numbers. And like I said, when we talk numbers, I like to go 10 all the way down to 1. I like to go 20 all the way down to 11. 30 all the way down to 12. 40, sorry, this is wrong. Wrong! Calling the wrong crew. I'm not right. You know what's so great? The more often I can be corrected, actually not corrected. I just need add-ons. This goes down to 11. This goes down to 21. This is 31. This is 50 to 41. This is 60 to 60 to 51. This is 70. Okay, and I'm going to go to. I'm not sure if I should do this. This is to 61, but it can also be to 51. And the reason for this, okay, the reason for this, it's funny the way it works out with 7 and 6. The reason for this is that in French, right, I tried to base a lot of things off of English and French because that's who I am. We each learn for who we are. If you believe anything about what God said, and what God said and what God said. If they want to drill it into our head, what God said, he said a few things that everybody let go. And it was the word. It was the word, and he told you something that people didn't want to understand, and it was about the devil. The word devil backwards is lived. When you use all the opposition words, it's just telling you other words. You don't have to listen to the word you heard. You can listen to its opposite. You can try and translate it through the numbers and its value, how it's distorted, because all the numbers have to be shared. In order for the system to work, in order for you to see the screen, to see all the to not see the pixels and to actually see my hand moving and not some jittery stuff on the screen, you need everything in conformity. In French, they say 60 and 10. So this is one of the reasons I'm not sure if I should go down to here or I should take this like this and say 1 through. No, I can't do it. I'd have to do it over here. Sorry. I'd have to go 1 through 10 over here because it's 60 and then 1 through 10. So it's actually counting to 51 because it's going 60 and then 1 through 10. So this is the way I would have to add this number. And when I add this number, it tells me that Mars gets to have the church and the spirit inside of it. I'm going to try and explain to you why. Okay, and because it gets 1 through 10, it also gets A, B, C, D. And the reason it gets A, B, C, D, okay, is because when I add A plus B plus C plus D, it equals to 10, so it gets all 10. This is a possibility. It doesn't have to be a certain, the only reality of this story is, yes, A plus B plus C plus D valued as 1, 2, 3, 4 do equal to 10. And 10 and 11 are numbers that don't say the 1 or the 2 inside of it when you readdition them to the Pythagorean count. The Pythagorean count is a single digit count. If I'm wrong and I'm using the wrong term, let me know. Well, I don't have to dream too much of that system that calculates truth because it's already here. There's just a whole bunch of, don't forget, there's functions that go on here. My functions are not on here. I can tell you that any number that divides by 7, any division will be 1. Any division of any number that divides by 7, the answer is always going to be 147258. If I go 58 divided by 7, I get 2857142, 258147. You're always going to get the same thing. If I go 58 divided by 28, okay, I don't care. I'm always going to get 714285. 714285. What happens if you got it in order? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. You're telling a story. What about if I go, I don't know here, I'm just going to go blind. 55 divided by 7 equals 2, 571428. It's always the same. So we have the calculator. It's already been built. It's already been built. This is the simple one. I need the one that puts in my my information, how to figure things. Anyways, so now we're going to go to 80. But when we go to 80, which counts down to 71, if you want to do a 10 count, the basis of this really, I should have did it simplified. If you want to do a 10 count, it's 10 down to 1 blast off, 20 down to 11 blast off, 30 down to 21. These are the counts. 1 plus 0, 1, 1. 2 plus 0, 2, 2. 3 plus 0, 3, 3. I'm not counting up. I'm counting exactly even. Everything starts. You end on 0. You begin on 1. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come. 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here I come. We played all the games. We're the children of the Lord. We are the children of the Lord. 80 is actually telling me, okay, is telling me, 80 is telling me day and night. So 66 gets converted into 80, okay. IRDC. I just took this to the second level. 18 plus 9, 4 plus 3. I did multiplication on this. It's telling me about desire. Anyways, leave that out for now. This one is telling me about 4 times 20. So if it's telling me about 4 times 20, I'm also going to go 4 times 11. This is 44. This is 80. This is telling me about area space on the house planet. And the reason it's telling me this is if I can go 4 times 20 to create 80, why can't I go 4 times the low number of the section of 80? Because it's telling me to create 80 by multiplying 4 times 20, 420. And this is what the French say. French say 4 times 20 is 80. Otherwise, my countdown is 80 to 71. So 80 becomes the gateway to the house planet. And you do know that Highway 15 runs all the way down into Vegas, right? So the house planet, because all zeros equal 6. 5 would make it the matrix. I use 6 because 5 cuts everything in half and 6 puts it above. 5 times 5 equals 25. So equals 25. Okay. I go 2.5 is half of 5. So 6 times 6 equals 36. So this went down to half. Half of this would have been 33. So this is 3 above. And that is where creation is, on 3. 33 and 3. This is where the pigs come in. The pig's pregnancy, 333. The pig has a flat nose. And that's for easy transfers. You got some pigs, just pigs nose to nose. Those pigs are just connected together. And those pigs are JS, Jack Spirit, Jack of Spades. Take a look. I think he's holding on to this thing that you can, anyways. Yeah, the VGAS. But it's not only that, it's it's the Vega card. Vega cards. Vega cards. So where did I go? Yeah, so when it comes to 90, although 90 counts over the 81, so when you're counting 90, you're counting birth. You're also counting add up 2 through 13 equals to 90. 1, skip 2, 3 over to 13 equals to 89. When you add 1 to 13, it equals to 91. This is the church spirit. So what happened is when I was creating 80, in French, they say 4 times 20. So since the sector of 20 is through to 11, since I multiplied this by 4, I will multiply this by 4. This creates 44, and the word for that is space. This number 17 is where Earth comes in, where the gateway comes in, where Mars comes in because of the multiplication. It becomes the G and H. 7 and 8 come together. And if you take a look at the deck of cards, the 7 and 8 are identical. In reality, we don't need the 8. We just need to connect 2 7s. Christ is what creates the 8th door. If I have a door here and a door here, and your door is number 7 and my door is number 7, but when you go into my door, it becomes door 8. If I go into your door, it becomes door 8. So if we bridge it together, that bridge would be 8, the pass to 77, and it would be the purple pass, the purple pass. to 77. And that would be royal because of the colors of purple and yellow. And because it's the past and it is the birth, it becomes yellow. Number 9. And in horse racing and other games that we play, we'll tell us other stories where the yellow is located. 4 times 4 and 4 plus 4 will create the letters P and H, and will create 16 and 8, 16 hours a day, 8 hours a night. 1 and 6 is 7 will create 7 and 8. And now we have our doorway, our lower doorway over here. 7 and 8. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 creates the same mathematical equation. I'm getting a little tired. I want to appreciate you and thank you for being here. There's still a ton of stuff. I still didn't do the Freedom 55. I want to do it at the beginning. There's still more to talk about number 66, which is in relationship, a direct relationship to Jupiter. Jupiter alone in its word, just say it, and it means to wedge apart, and to split things up. And if one person wedges something apart and splits things up, it's me and the 2 things I split up. So if we're a bunch of people and I split up and make 2 groups, I am the coach, I am the judge, I am the everything, and you 2 groups, and you have to do what I say. That's what I see every time I open the door and go onto the street. We have to learn this and know it. Know the truth. Thank you for watching this video. Take care, Michelle. Take care, Robin. Take care. Thank you for being here. It's our, what do you want to call it? It's us. It's not me. It's us.